All right, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Can everybody hear me? Just shoot me a quick thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Howdy, happy New Year, Douglas. I appreciate it. We were having some technical difficulties the first few minutes, so just shoot me a thumbs up or something if you can. If y'all can hear me just fine. Hey, what's up, GCN? What's up, brother? Hey, shoot me a just a thumbs up or something if y'all can hear me, then we'll give it just a few moments. Okay, cool beans. Awesome. Cool. Noonan, Georgia. Hey, what's up, Noonan? Hey, what's up, Lori? What's up, GCM? Dan, Nebraska. What's up, brother? We got ATL auditor as well as J-Town Press in here. We were all set up on the one that we tried to go live, but I don't know what happened. There's some technical difficulties or something going on. So, hey, welcome everybody. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a great Merry Christmas and a good New Year. I know we did. We definitely had a good one, and appreciate all the emails and texts and everything for Christmas and New Year's and everything. So we're getting popping. We're just gonna go ahead and get popping on this, and we're gonna start the new year off right. Posted a video yesterday. We got a lot more great things coming on the pipe, or coming down the pipe here in the future. So y'all remember when I did the I'm sorry, real quick. I'm sorry, if you want to donate. If you don't. CashApp GTNN. You don't have to, by all means. We're still going to keep pushing and keep doing what it is we're doing. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get started here. Y'all remember when I did the credit card? Oh, there's ATL. Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey,
I didn't hear you pop in. There we go. I had to email y'all some new links. Can you hear me?
yeah, I had to figure that one out before.
Okay, cool. I had to turn my speakers up right quick. So we got ATL auditor in the house. J-Town, she ought to be coming back in here in a minute. Hope so. Basically what I was if you didn't catch it, what we did last year with Grantville's credit card spending. We got a lot of credit card spending from the Coweta Judicial District, and I just want to inform everybody. It's just unbiased, although these charges are approved and more than likely, approved and legal according to the budget with what's got approved. But however, doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong, does seem to be a little excessive spending. So let's get started. Also want your intake on this as well, brother. What you think about some of this? Grantville's was pretty bad. I don't think this one is as bad as Grantville's, but it's still pretty bad when you start looking at these charges, and then how the Coweta Judicial District has got over 10,000 cases backlogged. So they're, instead of spending money here, maybe they should hire another attorney or another judge or something to help catch these cases up. But hey, let's get off with that.
You have to remember, these guys don't have any oversight. I mean, it just doesn't exist.
Yep. No, that's true. So this is Herb Cranford, John H. Cranford Jr., the district attorney for the Coweta Judicial District. This is his card. This is the charges that he has made with this throughout and we pulled this last month, so we don't have November or December's statements. So this is just an average from January through October, and all this will be available, which I think some of y'all may have seen it already. It'll be available on the GT News Now website that you can download and look at all these statements as well. So some of these are a little lengthy, so let's get popping into this. Now, this right here is the best. This is one of the best things I've seen so far, and I've pulled quite a few credit card, statements and stuff like that with receipts. So it's got like its own little Excel spreadsheet tracker. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know you're going to see a lot of money on there for eating. I mean, these, just like Grantville, they love to eat out, and a lot of it'll say for trial week and everything, so that people have to pay for all the attorneys' lunches during trial week. I mean, you can't take a sandwich to work, or
Yeah,
buy something
that's
to eat.
that's always bothersome because they use our tax dollars. I mean, and this goes from the small right up to the top to the Congress. I mean, these people use private jets, have fancy ball parties. They're going to, ballroom dinners like you'd see in Austria in the 1800s and 1700s, all on the taxpayer's dime. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. And then they give money to places like Ukraine. Then they go over to Ukraine to have the party with the money that they just sent over to them. It's madness. They're not going to stop. They can't be arrested. There's nothing you can do about it. The only way to do something about it would put your life in jeopardy. So what do? You do nothing. They rip you off right in front of your face. They flaunt it. They take photo ops in the congressional buildings like they're actual nobility, a noble class, even higher than the House of Lord over in the UK. I mean, it's insane.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, it's like there's no let's just approve it, the budget wise and everything. Let's just spend the money because guess who's paying for it? You are. Doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
not coming out of their pocketbook. It's coming out of theirs. You start hitting their pocketbook, they might start rethinking some of the spending. And then, what if this could have went to hiring another attorney to catch up on over 10,000. They have over a 10,000 case backlog.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and then also attached, with this, I did get all the receipts. Now, here is something very interesting. So, a missing credit card receipt form for $109.88. What's wrong with this form? What's wrong with this? I got a big problem with this form right here. And I get it. I get it. Sometimes you'll have a missing receipt here or there. I can understand that. I do. But there's a couple of these that's happened this last year with this. But this right here particularly, I've got a big problem with this form. So we just turn it in. Nobody signs it. No there's no signatures on it. Oh,
yeah.
We just lost a receipt for $109. Oh, well, here, let me just fill it out. And this is what it's.
This is a missing receipt affidavit. So this information has to be true and correct. So if this actually comes back with a signature on it, they're in a little trouble. If they don't sign it, then they say, well, I never signed it, so it's fine.
Exactly. Nobody signed it.
Sure.
Some more. This is St. Simon's Inn by the Lighthouse. I did not research this one, so I do not know. I get it. They have conferences and stuff to go to. I understand that. Here, there.
Well, no, I don't. I don't, Georgia, because you know what? These conferences can be done by Skype.
That's true.
There's no reason anymore to travel to different countries and different states and everything else under the sun when you could all have a meeting on Skype.
They do it for court. You know what? That's a great point. You know what? I agree with that. I do. Because they do court on Skype.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So hold on, J-Town. Just
but what is the reason for someone here in Georgia to go over to the UK to discuss how they're going to become friends? What is the purpose? The sister city thing or the brother city thing they used to do, where you pick a country in the world and you consider it your sister country or your brother country, and you fly over there and it's like no. This is a mock-up so you could have a vacation someplace you've always wanted to go on the taxpayer's dime.
Yep, exactly. You know what? You bring up a very, very good point on that because they do Skype on court dates. Y'all can do Skype for your conferences. I agree with that. It would save money.
Millions.
It would just save money. So, I mean, looks like he did get a refund on this because he wasn't able to attend, no longer able to attend the conference. So it's like they requested a refund for that $300 there. And this here was a receipt from Southtown for the DA drives a 2020 GMC Yukon, a white 2020 GMC Yukon. And and then I'm going to tell you how I know this, that this is his vehicle, not his personal vehicle. It's a county or it's a state issued car. So, I mean, the people's tax money bought this, which I've requested a purchase order for this vehicle, and I've yet to get that yet. I have not got that purchase order yet.
Well, you take a look at how much they use. They're using these cars as their personal cars. So not only do they not have to carry their own insurance, they're carrying town insurance using the town car. So, I mean, the benefits, they're insane. I don't know. Yeah, what other job gives you benefits like that?
Exactly. So that's January. So, I mean, they spent pretty decent. Now, February, this right here, February is what this, when we get to February, this rattled my cage. I got hot. I got heated on February. I really, really did get heated about February. So this is February's again in his name. Let's go to the breakdown here. So Carvella's lunch for attorneys during trial week, $295.81. A lunch meeting with Todd to discuss office. Lunch meeting with Laura Todd to discuss office, $59.22. Why can't y'all do that over the phone or Skype or whatever? Parking receipt, parking or state capitol parking. Y'all about to see which entry here I'm talking about. It's gonna blow y'all's mind.
Well, I want to find the contract with this lawyer that says that the taxpayer has to pay for their food.
Well, it's in the budget.
Why?
Because it's what, and then that's where it goes back to. It's who the people elect. You know, you get a council in there, commissioner council, whoever's over approving the budget that they can spend says, no, y'all aren't getting these funds to eat out all the time. That money's going somewhere else. Then that's who, start looking at that. Nobody goes though. That's the thing. Nobody goes to these and
Georgia, something else I want to bring up here. And it's really important is right now you're looking at Excel worksheets. You're looking at something someone typed up. Do you know for a fact? Did you actually see the actual receipt?
Yes. With these are the receipts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything
so that's good. That's good.
Yeah. This right here, when I looked at this, I was like, oh, this makes life easier. But then I bounced it with the receipts, which if you look at the second to the last entry on February 25th, that is going to probably make a lot of people mad. Why? Here's the question. Why is the taxpayer, me and you and everybody else in this great country,
it's a ticket violation,
paying for the district attorney Herb Cramper's freaking parking tickets, dude? And it gets a lot better. Wait till his response in the email. That's even better. And so we're paying your parking ticket because you can't go back out and feed the meter. And it just that one right there, I was like, I saw that and I emailed him. I tried to get all up in him for that one. That was that one upset me. And I'm going to show the email here next for what his response was about this. This, I get it. It's $20. I understand. It's the principle of the matter. If you were in your government car getting a parking ticket, wouldn't you think a district attorney would pay that $20 out of his pocket? because if I rent a car and I get a speeding ticket, or if I get a parking ticket in a rental car, I got to pay for it.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's funny because here comes the email. So, as the receipt clearly indicate, I did charge a $20 parking ticket on the office card. I think that is appropriate given that I received the parking ticket when my meter expired while attending a criminal law symposium at UGA Law. If I recall correctly, the meter lasted 2 hours and I was on campus for longer than that. You should have fed the meter more money.
Yeah. Isn't that cops often do this? When they're found guilty of something, they'll tell you, yes, that is exactly what I did because I was there. And then they stop talking about it. It's like, yeah, I did rob that bank on that day. I went in there and I robbed it, and I came out and I went back to work.
Yep.
They say it just like that. So it doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, I was at work and I did speed and get that ticket, and I was on company time and I went back to work.
Exactly. And according to Herb Cranford in this email, he thinks it's appropriate to charge it to the taxpayer when he gets a parking ticket.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine and okay. Now, this first paragraph, this is something else I'm looking into. It involves an investigation with GBI that's been pushed over to the Coweta Judicial Office for this person that was, and it's already I believe it hit the news already. But I can't get any info as it's just starting to happen. But this guy was charged for bribery or something, or he was bribing public the building department to develop for development or something over the past year or two, and they were accepting the money or something. I don't know, but I'll tell you the reason why I'm looking into this is because the guy that's been charged is a private citizen. However, the two public employees that were accepting the bribes haven't been charged yet. So I don't know if they're going to be charged in the future because it's just so early in it. It's just extremely early. So this is one I'm going to follow to see if Herb's going to process a public employee for this, because he seems to not want to process public employees for some reason. So yeah, that's UGA got no love for UGA Athens. It's discouraging to think how many people are shot, honestly, on how few. Yep. Got no love for UGA Athens Clark police in general. Yeah, it's probably a few.
Talk about some corrupt shit. Listen to this. In my last video with that deputy sheriff, Brian Brannon, I pulled his jacket, and he had an internal affairs review done on him where he beat an inmate. And they found that he was guilty of excessive force. Not only was he guilty of excessive force, but they said that he didn't call a code blue, showing that he knew that he was doing wrong and that he was trying to cover up the crime. Now, when you punch someone and beat them down with a closed fist, as it says in the report, that's called assault. And when it's not justified, that's a crime. That's assault. That's a felony crime. Instead of reporting this as a crime, they went ahead and just suspended him for 8 hours and said he had to take a class on excessive force. Yeah, it's assault and battery, and it's right there. The report states it very clearly. So how is this guy not criminally charged and allowed to be a deputy sheriff? And when I interact with him, he's showing that same behavior. He's showing that he's ready to go with the excessive force again. And he's not following the law. He's not following the U.S. Constitution. And here he is again.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's connected to this kind of, they don't follow the rules. They don't. It's like if you're a cop or a politician, you don't have to follow the law anymore. It's a weird thing.
Exactly.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah. And this is looks like March's breakdown here. Redneck Gourmet, Dunk's Barbecue Kitchen, Atlanta Airport, $50. What I don't why would a district attorney need to go to San Diego? Looks like the NDAA conference, San Diego. So not really.
What is the NAAG?
I have no idea why he went to San Diego.
District Attorney General?
It could be. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look it up. I just saw where he went. It's going to San Diego. I mean, it's your money that they're spending this on. And I do, then that's I'll take that. That's a failure on my part. I should know what that is. I have no idea, other than he went to the Atlanta airport, flew to San Diego, and stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Where's the receipt for the airfare?
That is in here. There's Redneck Gourmet, Dunk's Barbecue Chicken. There looks like that's the parking receipt.
Mm-hmm.
There, Grand Hyatt, San Diego. So that's.
Do you remember seeing it?
I do remember. I thought I saw it.
Because if you can't find it, there's a big problem, my man.
Chick-fil-A, Hilton Garden Inn. Nope, it's not on here.
Yeah, they got a hidden account from you.
From that airfare. Yeah, because you know what? I wonder if he flew first class.
Of course he flew first class.
Wonder if he flew first class.
They probably paid about $5,000 for that ticket. And see, you're getting reports with little numbers, which is throwing me off because these guys throw parties that are bigger than this. So it's looking like you're getting like an entry level. You're getting the petty cash drawer.
Yep.
Report. You're not getting the actual expenses. They're probably putting that airfare in with a bigger number, so they don't have to show it as readily. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to itemize it.
That's definitely a possibility. And then here in May, we've got more hotel stays. Hyatt Place, Athens. Like, how far is Athens from Noonan? It's about an hour and a half. Does anybody know that?
Let me ask you: Have you ever checked these numbers? Have you ever called like the lodge and say, "Hey, can you check, on this day what the charge was here? How much it cost for a room on this day?"
That's a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. I'm not sure if they'll know back then, though. He's exactly right. This is small stuff compared.
Yeah,
I agree.
This is petty.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, staying in Athens. What is Athens from Noonan? Noonan, Georgia to Athens, hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
hour. I mean, if it's pushing an hour. I don't. Here's like the big Chuck's Fish dinner for DAs at Spring DA meeting paid for with the office card. DAAG to reimburse Coweta. So, I wonder if this
$1,000
reimbursed. Yeah, I'm wondering if that 2 hours. Okay, here Lori says 2 hours. Hyatt Place, Athens. Hyatt Place, Athens. Herb's Lodging for Spring 2022 DA meeting. HC to reimburse office for additional nights. However, did not see that reimbursement form. That's the Hyatt Place, Athens Omni Hotel and Resorts. Now, I did look at this one. This is one that I did look at. I did search this place here, and this is like I would love to. I don't even think I can.
Yeah, Omni is top. Omni is the top Hilton, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, shoot, it looked like something I couldn't afford.
Yeah, the Omni and the one with was it the DoubleTree or the
out on Amelia Island, Florida.
Yeah, those are the top the chain's top hotels. DoubleTree is the other one. Is the top tier of the Hiltons.
I'm glad you brought this up, which I'm going to touch on this. I'm still looking into this. This is something that I'm still researching and digging into. So I am going to touch on this at the end. So hang tight, Sammy. I do apologize. It has nothing to do with this, with what we're talking about right here, but I do want to touch on this. It plays a little bit of a portion into this with that comment there. So Alamo Jacks, dinner for trial teams and again, we're paying for dinner during trial week. Every trial we pay for dinner. I mean, this $85 could have went to, I don't know, paying for another attorney, maybe into a fund for another attorney to catch up your backlog.
I would just be interested in seeing the agreement that shows that that the taxpayer agreed to pay for his meals at these expensive hotels.
Exactly. To be reimbursed.
I mean, if you want to get a per diem of maybe $50 a day, fine. But we're not going to be paying you to go eat at the top restaurants in the town, so you could have a steak on us when we can't even afford hot dogs.
J-Town just popped in. I want to get her quick opinion on this right here. Snap, I didn't even finish going through it. I went straight to the email. So we got to finish going through February's. So this, can you hear us, J-Town?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. What do you think about the people paying public elected officials parking tickets?
I think it's kind of disturbing.
Exactly. And then what about with that same public?
I think if. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just think that I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like if we were if the roles were reversed, I mean, we'd be charged with something for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then, his response to that parking ticket was, I think it's appropriate. So he thinks it's appropriate that the people pay his parking tickets. Shame on you, Herb. And I'm sorry. This is the part that I wanted to get to. I completely lost track with the email. And this right here, $10. Yeah, I get it. $10 missing petty cash from wherever. $10. I mean, personally, if I was the DA, I probably just would have replenished that $10 myself. So I wouldn't have to worry about it.
No, lawyers are petty. No.
I mean, it's just
would not do that.
Yeah, that's just me. That's just
when you got it when you got a cash cow like the government paying for everything, all your expenses. No, if it's $1, you make it. You fill something out for it.
Here we go. Right here. Now here's the parking ticket. So the violation was expired meter. Right here's the part. He got the parking ticket, and to the people, we paid, taxes paid his
for breaking the law.
Yeah, exactly. Most definitely. Hey, what's up, John? Yeah, most definitely. And
is that allowed?
I probably should. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if it's written in the
no, well, if you break the law, then that's your fine, not the government's fine. So the town is saying that they're taking all criminal liability away from this guy.
According to him, yes, it's appropriate that he charges. It's according to John Herb Cranford, it's appropriate to have the people pay his parking violations, his parking tickets.
Yeah, he's smoking a little too much of that herb.
I mean, it's on 218. That's just, I get it. I understand. It's 20 bucks.
I forget the Mel Brooks. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that Mel Brooks movie, I forget what it's called now. It's Good to Be the King.
Oh yeah. History of the world.
Right. That's the history of the world. It's good to be the king.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here's the receipt. He paid the receipt on the government vehicle. I've confirmed this is a government vehicle because I've requested the purchase order receipt and something along the lines of
I'll be right back.
get it to me when you can or something. I don't know. I've requested the purchase order. I want to know what the people's paid for. I want to know if it's a base model GMC Yukon or is it like the top? What's top of the line for GMC? I don't know cars too well. Is it like not
Isn't
a
it like
Yukon,
like
a Denali?
what are they? Denali, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a Denali. I wonder if it's like fully loaded, all decked out, all the bells and whistles, fully
Well,
loaded.
duh. I mean, it's.
Denali.
I mean, he gets it. He gets it for free, right? I mean, of course, you're gonna max it out.
Now hold on. Now, wouldn't it have been cheaper to buy him like a Ford Escort or a Ford Fusion or something?
Well, I mean, they're government officials. They're supposed to ride around the lap of luxury, right?
I guess so.
Sarcasm.
I mean, we're paying for it. That makes a lot of sense, though. I mean, why a GMC Yukon? Like, why a Yukon and not a Fusion or a Focus or something a little bit more less expensive?
Because it is the most expensive car they had.
Well, I could see if you were like up in Alaska and it's like, the middle of January and you need some like, aggressive vehicle to get through the weather. But in southern Georgia, I mean, come on.
No, but you know what? No. We can't have the Coweta District Attorney riding around in some piece of hoopty. No, we got to give him the cream of the crop. Oh, Herb Cranford. Yeah, Herb Cranford. If not, he's going to tell Daddy. He'll tell Daddy, and then Daddy would get on to him. There's a backstory to that of actually a lot of DAs, assistant DAs left from a source that has told me that a lot of the assistant DAs left when Herb Cranford was appointed the district attorney because of his daddy. So his daddy got him the position, and there were more qualified and more experienced attorneys that should have been the DA, from my understanding. But since Daddy was, because his daddy's a judge, I don't know if it's state or superior. If anybody knows that, throw that in the comments. I know Herb Cranford's daddy is a judge, so his daddy kind of.
The only thing I can think of with Daddy is he's going to be calling you Daddy after you get done with him.
Oh no, I don't want none of that.
No, you know what I mean. I don't mean.
Yeah, I know.
Like, who's your daddy? You're gonna once you start.
Here we have Redneck Gourmet. I mean, how many people was this for? It says one guest. Table 201, one guest. Did he feed his family? What time was this at? 12:30. Okay, so this was lunchtime. 12:31. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say he fed his family. I have no idea, but come on.
That's a lot of salads right there.
Yeah. Man, so where were we at? We were on May, wasn't we? Yeah. We were on May. Or no, I'm sorry, April, because I'm halfway through. I'm at the end of, so, okay, yeah. So, yeah, we were moving into June for this here. Small month this month. I mean, June was nothing. Looks like he went to the Omni Amelia Island Resort again.
Again, top tier resort, top tier hotel.
Yep. Again to another. But look at this right here. Roadmap to Law School Workshop Overview. There was a virtual option. So diversity of bar meeting, you have virtual options or in-person options, and you chose the in-person option. When you got over 10,000 cases of backlogged cases, you decided that it was okay to.
It's a paid vacation.
Exactly.
They pay for you go into the fanciest hotel that has the fanciest restaurant. That's a vacation. Exactly. That's not work. You go on a trip like that for your job, you're paying for your damn meals. And if you spend more than $25 a day, it comes out of your pocket. I don't know.
Yep.
They give you a stipend. They don't give you a free ride.
Here we have June. June was I need to find out if there's more credit cards that I need to find out if there's any more. So hotel, again, Omni AIP Hotel Resort on Amelia Island for the State Bar Georgia annual meeting. For the lodging, again, I agree with ATL here. Why couldn't they have done this stuff via Zoom, or at least try it out for a year, test it, test it, test it out, see if the Zoom meetings will actually work. Looks like, I think this the one that was all, where is it at?
That airfare is still blowing me away. Where is it? Where's that airfare?
I got to research that. I need to ask him that question
because he didn't drive out there, and there's no ticket for him.
No, he didn't drive to California. I'm pretty sure if he could, he probably would do it. So this is catering, and again, everybody, this is going to be on the GT News Now website. You can download and pull all these records that I'm showing you tonight here. And now here's my opinion, and you can please disagree with me if you don't agree with it, because so when they do, I understand, I get it. Sometimes the public pays for certain meals, stuff like that, and everything. I get that. I understand that. However, I think the tip should be paid not by the public, not by the people, because $26 for a tip, $126 bill, then you give $120, then you give $26 for the tip. Yes, that's a good tip. That's a little over 20%. I get that. That's a good tip, but should we be on the hook for the tip, or should the whoever should the tip come out? I think the tip should come out of their pocket.
You see what John just put in the comments?
Let me throw it up here. Hey, all of he know of people that Zoom works because they're doing court cases via Zoom because of the. Yeah,
you were saying it just a little while ago.
Yeah, John. I think I mentioned it earlier at the beginning. They're doing court cases via Zoom, so they can't do their retreats via Zoom. No, they can't, because they got to go there and take their vacation. Take an all expense paid vacation to Omni Hotels and Resorts on Amelia Island, Florida. So,
I gotta wonder though, what else are they doing now? Because after they chit chat about work and everything, what are they doing after that? I don't know. That's an interesting area to think about. But
I'd rather go home.
There might be a deep-seated reason why they want to take their risks and spend this kind of money on the people's dime. I don't know.
I mean, personally, I'd rather go home. I'd be like, man, let me stay at home for a week and do these seminars.
It's like this. It's like that because people have been sleeping too long, and now we're just now waking up to it. And like it's always been said, it's always easier to give in to tyranny than it is to get your freedoms back. Or I shouldn't say get them back, but but push the tyranny back down, so to speak. It's a lot easier to.
But J-Town, I mean, it's more than that. If you stand up for your rights, you could end up locked up in some jail someplace for 20 years before you even have a chance to speak. Okay, yeah. And people don't want to give up their lives.
Well, the signers of the signers of the Declaration of Independence did.
No, not the actual signers, but.
Well, but the people.
People did.
Right.
But I mean, you got to put that into context too. When we're talking about, don't think back then and the same people didn't exist, but they did have some good ideas. But and yeah, I mean that's a bigger issue.
Is anybody familiar with St. Simon's Inn by the Lighthouse? So this was a summer conference for. I mean, this guy goes to a lot of conferences. A lot of, hey, Lori, I got you. I'm going to touch on that. That's a different issue. I know what you're talking about, and trust me, I will get to this. This is actually something probably bigger than, I don't know if it's bigger or smaller. I've still got a little bit of research to do, but I'll tell you what I know here once we get through this part right here.
The miscellaneous expenses that they don't have to. Yeah.
Exactly. So here is up to the summer conference. Room, sales tax. That's a blank page. Looks like an oil change. I can see. Wait a second. Why? I'm not sure, but could they use the county's auto shop that, like, the police cars and stuff?
Yes, that's what they're there for. That's what they're there for.
Couldn't he take it down there and drop it off? But no, he's got to take it to Southtown and pay a premium fee. I don't know. If anybody knows, please. I mean, I'm not sure, because the DA is state. I mean, they're not. They don't fall under the county or anything, but as what I'm saying is, could he take that up? Okay, Ms. Lori's saying yes.
It's a professional courtesy.
Yeah. Could he take that vehicle down to the county shop where, they work on changing police car oils and all the county vehicles, and say, hey, man, can you give me a quick oil change in this?
Mm-hmm.
And
they could build their department as well, and it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Is he too good? I mean, is he too good for it? I don't know.
Yeah, John, makes you wonder who else are attending in person in their persuasion. But yeah, it is weird things happen at those kind of things, especially when you're dealing with freewheelers like this. People that are not held accountable in these kind of positions. They got a lot of friends that have a lot of strange tastes and a lot of money. And I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people with money out there that have very twisted ideas on things. I don't know.
I've ate here before, Milano's Pizza, which I've ate there. They actually got pretty good food. They got pretty good Italian food there. Milano's Pizza and Italian Grill. That's actually pretty good. I just saw that. I looked at this receipt earlier, and I didn't realize what it was. I was like, "Oh, Milano, yeah, I've eaten there before." So it is actually pretty good food there. Alrighty, so GSP shop. Yeah, I agree with Miss Lori. That's a great picture, Lori. By the way, I like that picture you got up there. I'm sure J-Town likes that picture as well.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, you missed it. Lori's picture, her picture there. I'm sure you like Miss Lori's picture right there.
Oh yeah, I love Miss Lori.
You don't see it, do you? Or it's probably too small for you. You don't see it on the comment.
I'm on my iPhone 11, so.
Okay, cool. No worries. It was the Meriwether County. You and Miss Lori in that picture from Meriwether County.
Oh no, I saw her. I saw her comment pop on the screen, but I didn't see any pictures or anything.
All right, so here we got again, Homes to Suites by Hilton, Savannah parking lot, Marriott Savannah Riverfront. I'm sure that's it looks like an expensive hotel.
I think I've stayed there.
Lunch.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I stayed there.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to Savannah. Last time we went to Savannah, yeah, the video's on the channel. Dunk's barbecue chicken, $214 for some barbecue chicken or barbecue kitchen. I'm sorry, not barbecue chicken.
Oh, they got the best damn thing on the menu.
Dunk's barbecue kitchen. I never ate there. I don't know. Let's see if we can pull some receipts here. This is meeting with Senator Blake Tillery.
Savannah is a real touristy town. The restaurants could be expensive and the food is like terrible. They just have it set up real fancy, but the food's really bad and it's expensive.
Yeah, so you had to go spend $131.44 to have a meeting with Senator Blake Tilley when you could have done that over Skype.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, the Marriott Riverfront ain't cheap. There are a handful of hotels in walking distance for half the cost. Yeah, but only the best for Herb or he'll tell Daddy. Let's see here. This is looks like parking. Yeah.
Oh, they can stay at a bed and breakfast over at where the Airbnbs a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah.
And then nicer too.
So 214, like we got a smoked brisket plate.
I was gonna say brisket.
Savannah chicken salad, some pulled pork, some smoked. Yeah, that's whatever, just the standard whatever they feel like eating. I ain't gonna read off the menu. But alrighty, so let's get into September, which I don't think September they had nothing. September was nothing. It was zero balance for September, from what it says here. So and October, hotel refunded for Marriott Riverfront. Looks like that one got refunded back. Looks like he did not go. DA meeting day reimbursed the Coweta breakfast $752 for some breakfast. Grasstown Valley Resort. Oh, I'm sorry, lodging for the 10-12 breakfast. So he went and stayed at a lodge to have breakfast. Video editing software for the circuit, a wall charger and Togo pin.
What's the circuit?
The Coweta Judicial Circuit.
Oh, okay.
Video editing software. Why do y'all need video editing software? Herb's been they've been accused for altering video already with that AJ Scott trial, that mistrial with AJ Scott, that trooper that killed those two girls. That was like 5 years ago or something. That's been a while back, but that hit my mind when I read that. I was like, why do they need video editing software? But man, wasn't he accused of altering video and for something in the past? And he got a bar complaint against him. Oh yeah, we're gonna find out. We fitting to find out. I think this is that one that okay, that was refunded. Dining room breakfast to, there we go, Target, Best Buy for some phone chargers, and that is it. That is all for this year, which I am on ATO. Look like J. Where'd you go, J-Town? Did I click you off by accident?
You kicked J-Town off. Shame on you.
I looked. She was going like, oh snap! Did I click her off by accident? Not sure. Anyways, there was one. Man, where is it at? So it looked like they were feeding their. Maybe it was a different set of.
Yeah, you're talking about the salads?
No. It was a bunch of receipts. It looks like, because it said like 3 guests and one of them was a child. But I don't think it's this one. It was probably another batch from a different area that I was going through. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Well, when you're in management, they give you a little leeway. I mean, I'm not talking about this, but I mean, when you're in management, I mean, a lot of the time you're working over 40 hours a week. And when I was in management and I ran a lab, I would, maybe spend a little extra on lunch, but I'm also working, 60, 70, 80 hours a week and getting paid for 40. But I mean, it's not this kind of, I'm talking about maybe an extra $20 in a month, not hundreds of dollars for a meal.
Exactly. So, okay. And I'm leaving this up here because this really ticks me off when I talk about this next thing about this parking ticket. Somebody brought up some comments about alcohol and everything. I was provided with, I'm talking about a few $1,000s of alcohol purchases. However, it looks to come from a nonprofit organization, something about the Coweta Judicial Attorneys Association, or something. It's nonprofit. It's claimed to be a nonprofit organization, which means you can find those tax records on the IRS website. Why does J-Town keep popping off? Yeah, that wasn't me doing it. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. I'm
J-Town?
driving right now, so it's the signal
Oh, okay,
spotty.
okay. You're losing service. Okay. So with that, where was I? Oh yeah. I couldn't
Okay.
find any tax records over the last 5 years, and it changed hands a few times. And I believe Herb's daddy was in charge. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Now, if it's a nonprofit, they have to
Yeah.
there's a certain amount of time they have to upkeep that every so often. I'm not sure if it's
Yeah. They got to file their taxes, which I've spoken with an accountant, a CPA of Georgia already, and asked questions about that because I wasn't too sure about the whole nonprofit organization, that sort of thing. But however, if there's money going in, there's money going out. Then also need to find out where that funding's coming from. And I've asked for these these tax returns, and the reply was, I'll get them, but they should be on there. And then the something about the assistant, whoever handles that's like too busy for me right now. I don't know.
well, it's not only the money part, but the if it's a nonprofit, the actual nonprofit has to be renewed once every so often. I know up in New York it was, I think it was 16 or 18 months I had to do it for the nonprofit that I had. And I just used it for like food bank and things like that. And I ended up selling it for like $1. But I had to renew the nonprofit. I think it was like every 16 or 18 months. I don't remember exactly. It was a while ago.
Yeah, but with this organization funded all the alcohol, which was, a couple $1,000s of alcohol, a private bartender, and which is why I'm looking into it, because I want to know is the taxpayers funding this organization through grants or through anything like that? Because
Yeah, is alcohol even
it's
allowed?
on the I did find it on the Georgia business, the registered. What is that website that you can check that for businesses that are registered. So they do have it listed as a nonprofit, and they also have the IRS letter granting that their organization is nonprofit. However, when searching for tax records on the IRS website, under that tax ID number and everything, there's nothing. It shows up, but there's nothing. There's nothing there.
Well, another thing too here, like with my nonprofit, there's a lot of stipulations. So because with my nonprofit, I needed to have a physical spot where I had to set up an area like a supermarket where people could come in and see it and get products. There's a lot more when you have a nonprofit. It's just not a laissez-faire kind of thing. There's a lot of stipulations that go to having a nonprofit, and they have to follow a certain order. And that's with every nonprofit, not just it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, a lot of times things go unchecked. But when I had mine, I had to have a physical address. There were certain things that I could not buy. I could not buy alcohol. I couldn't buy like candy. There were certain products I could not buy for the nonprofit. It had to stay within a very specific criteria. And if they're so clumsy with this, and it looks like they're acting clumsy for a purpose. There's a reason why people are clumsy. Sometimes it's because they're just stupid. They don't know what they're doing. But I mean, sometimes being clumsy is purposeful. And given that, I don't know. There's a lot to look into there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get answers and everything. However, if it's all privately funded with the attorneys of Georgia, DAs, funding it and everything, I don't care. I could care less. I don't care what they do with the money. I don't care. Go, have a, go throw a party. What is it? A frat party. I could care less. However, if it's grants or anything or any type of public funding coming from the government, yeah, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow to that. And yet I haven't been provided with that information as far as tax return goes and everything. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. I've requested it, and I'm going to give it a couple of weeks probably, and then start looking back into that again.
Yeah, and take a look at what Kremlin and Katie were Kermit the Frog and Katie were saying there. Yep. And that I had to have when I had my nonprofit, I had to have a board of director. I had to have that whole corporate organization, and it was mine. It wasn't like an important one, and I didn't take in big money. I mean, the most I took in was like maybe $500 in a month to help replenish a food bank, so I could get an account with Food Link, so I could fill a Super Kitchen side pantry. It wasn't so it wasn't that big of a deal, but with this, it's more of a bigger corporate thing that they have to follow bigger rules on.
Yeah, it's just it. Yeah. However, if the like I said, if they're funding it privately, I mean, I don't care. It's whatever. Do what you want to. It's your money. I don't even care. However, if it's coming from U.S. taxpayers or grants or anything to do with any type
no,
of
if it's a nonprofit, it's coming from your. Oh no! It's a nonprofit. The taxpayers are paying for that. I mean, their funding might come from private sources and everything else, but this money-making organization is not paying taxes, and they're paying out salaries. So they're no. Well, I mean, dude. I mean, you do what you want. You do. This is your process, but and you gotta pick your battles. I mean, to go off into a direction like this might be the reason why they have it. And so you got to be careful too.
Yeah,
I know what I'm saying might not make much sense. I'm all over the place with it. There's a lot to it. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about nonprofits. I have no idea.
Yeah, some of them are really shady as fucking. They hurt people.
And then and then I stumbled upon this because I've looking at the information that was sent and that Herb Cranford sent me, looking at the address, making the phone calls, it don't make no damn sense. I'm like, and I'm like pulling my hair out of my head trying to figure this out. And I'm like, it's just nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's like the organization's secret or something. And,
yeah. Well, let me give you an example on how they hurt people. And there was a place up in Rochester, New York, that supposedly helped veterans. And they advertised on TV that they have legal advice for veterans, and they'll help you find a job. We have a center and everything else. But when you actually went down there, and they got a lot of money, they got grants from the government, lots of money, money that someone else could have gotten if they didn't take it. And they get a lot of money from the community as well. Well, when you went in there are a bunch of broken down computers, and we're talking about in the time of, current computers, and they had like Pentiums, 486s, they had dot matrix printers at work. And when I went in there, I was looking for some, Rochester, New York. Oh, really? I used to live there.
Sure.
But I asked for help for something that was on their TV commercial. When I went in there, they said, "Oh no, we don't actually do that." They told me. It's like, well, why in the hell are you advertising? And then they gave me the big runaround.
J-Town's got to go.
They hurt people. They hurt people. The place I'm talking about, Rock Mac, is over on not Monroe Avenue, over on near the
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I gotta get running, Dawn. I'm actually going to work, but it was nice chit chatting with you. Have a great night. Love y'all.
All right, peace out. Peace out, homie.
Oh, I know, Rock. Oh, yeah, they're dirty there, dude. Rock. No, they're dirty as hell. I know them all personally, and the guys over at the Federal Building, and I know a lot of those security guards down there. I know where they all live down off of Main Street, all the way at the end, over down there on West Main Street. I know these people. I know the neighborhoods they live in. I used to date a girl over there, towards like Goodman and Main Street. Down that, a lot of them live over in that area, and they're dirty. They're dirty people. I mean, it's not a joke. They're bad people in Rochester.
After the questions, right quick.
Yeah, I'm getting so off topic, Georgia. I'm sorry.
We're coming right at the hour, so I don't want to go too much past the hour and start boring out people, and then everybody start unsubscribing and don't want to watch my stuff anymore. Stuff like I'm just messing with y'all. But anybody got any questions or anything? Any sort of questions about what we went over tonight? Any questions for ATL or
Yeah, if you want to ask me about the Greece Town police officer or police chief who was arrested for corruption and trying to cover up a hit and run by one of his coked up officers. Go ahead, ask away. I know a lot about Rochester. But yeah, if you have any questions, I have a channel. I'm hoping to get together with Georgia Transparency over here. I want to get his style up here in Cobb County, so I could get his magic done over here. There are some really corrupt officials, and they're all like together. Like the sheriffs that are harassing me over in Cobb County is the head sheriff over in Henry County, which I know Georgia Transparency I think knows. Scandrett.
Who?
Scandrett, I think it's said. He's the sheriff of Henry County in Georgia here. And isn't Henry County by you?
Henry. Sounds like it is.
I think it is. I think even talk to you about it. But he's the lead sheriff there. He's the top sheriff. He's the elected sheriff. And his brother is over here. Scandrett is harassing me, along with the other sheriff who was found to use excessive force, and they never did anything about it. Cobb County is really corrupt. It's
Cobb County's bad. I actually get a lot of emails about Cobb County. A lot of people's emailed me to come to Cobb County. Oh, really? Send some emails my way. See. Ask them if it's okay to forward them on over. Definitely, I will.
Yeah, when I first started, I used to get a lot of people emailing me about Cobb County, but my channel I think has settled down quite a bit. I'm not getting the reach that I used to get. I used to be out a lot more, and I've seemed to dive down. I got like 2.75K subscribers, and then I got a couple lawsuits going against Cobb County right now. And then I'm meeting with the DA's office about my son, and I'm hoping that goes someplace. And the way I did it, I'm kind of hoping to take down a whole thing all at once, but I don't know. I got my fingers crossed. It's a shot in the dark, and it's like David and Goliath, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Georgia. You're going up against monsters that have no accountability. These guys have guns. They got family members all over the place. They know where you live. They know the neighborhoods. They have family in the neighborhoods that you live in. I live across the street from school board members, from other police members. I live across the street from the chief of police in Sandy Springs. You know, I mean, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I met with a source today. I spoke with a source today, and the source informed me that, and they're pretty smart about a lot of stuff, that the region here, the area, such as like Troup County, Coweta, Meriwether, or, you know, the surrounding areas of the areas that I'm in, areas that I'm pulling open records and stuff and filming in and everything, is that they've kind of came together trying to figure out a way to get rid of Georgia transparency, you know, how to silence Georgia transparency. And
sure.
I believe it. I do.
Oh, that's not far-fetched. That's not far-fetched, Georgia. That's not an outrageous thing. Because all they have to do is get on the phone and say, hey, look, I'm having trouble with the same guy you're having trouble. What are we going to do about him? That's all that is. It's not some big, you know, thing. It's a very simple thing for them to do.
Yeah, which makes sense because the county manager here in Troup County, Eric Mosley, whenever me and J-Town got arrested in Savannah at Coastal State Prison, and I have a copy of this email, the county manager from Troup County emailed Herb Cranford, the DA, of all the spending we just went over, asking him he ought to call down there and try to get us held in jail for a few extra days. You know, yeah. It's like, really? So they're happy that our rights got violated, that they were happy that we were in jail.
It's a game for them. See, a lot of people out there think these police, these law enforcement agents are somehow different people, that they're the heroes. They got so many, the police have so many PR teams out there in the neighborhoods and everything else that are getting paid. They have PR organizations that work for them, that go on social media, that go into community groups. You can hire a public relations team to do this for you. And people don't even know about it. You can hire a PR group to hit all your social media websites, to go downtown and talk about you and go out and do that. They have people that do that. They get paid to do that. And that's what the cops have.
Exactly. Well, you're right. This era, this stuff here has got to end.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to end. This stuff that's going on. One way I foresee doing it is vote them out. Vote them out.
Yeah, I mean that's always the idealistic way to do it. But with these mail-in ballots that we're seeing, and I see it firsthand myself at the ballot locations. When I went, the drop-off one, you know, those white post office buckets?
Yep.
Well, I saw two of them sitting right on the side of one of the mail drop carriers, and they were just sitting there doing nothing out in the open. And I'm like, there had to have been a couple of hundred ballots in these totes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, you look at the numbers in Cobb County, and these races are getting won by 50, 25, 100 maybe. And here I'm looking at probably, you know, anywhere from, you know, probably 100 to 200 ballots, probably on the lower side of, you know, 100. But I'm looking at the difference in an election right in front of me.
Yep.
Sitting on the ground.
I mean to cut you off, but what Matt 227 here just said, this is important. Police unions are the ones who tell criminal cops to quit before they get canned and just move on to the next force. That is big here in Georgia. You know, they get into some serious trouble. They can land them some serious jail time. Oh no, we'll just force them to resign. And then they carry that over to the next department. They carry it over to the next department and do the same stuff over again. The same exact stuff, the same thing.
Police unions are nightmares. You're talking about criminal political organizations. I mean, it's like Congress carrying around guns, you know.
It's like you broke the law. When I break the law, you arrest me and put me in jail. When the people break the law, you arrest them, you put them in jail. When a police officer breaks the law, no, we just force them to resign. Try to sweep it under the rug.
And they'll get rehired in a few weeks.
Yeah, and they'll go to Grantville.
And the police union will cover any of their expenses while they have a break of service.
Yep.
Because they're in the police union.
Yep.
And the police union knows that. If you get suspended for a day without pay, the police union's taking up that tab. All right, you need to put in how many hours you lost over at the union so we could cover your expenses. So they might get suspended for 8 hours, but they ain't losing any pay. I assure you that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is a troll or not. I guess I could be a nerd. Hey, nerds. Hello. Yes, ending qualified. Yeah, I agree. Qualified immunity. Yeah, go.
A few states have gotten rid of that already. I know New York, it's gone. So up by you, Rock Matt, the qualified immunity is gone. So you could actually sue the officers now.
And once you start hitting, and it's like a lot of it, I think it boils to some IQ, you know, to a certain level of IQ. But however, you can be extremely smart or, you know, not educated at all. And then, I'm looking at this as in, if I go out there and I mess up, I know I don't have to pay for it because the insurance that the county pays is going to pay for my mistake. If you start hitting these officers, these police, to start paying, it comes out of your paycheck, it comes out of your pocketbook, and don't quit the force because, you know, we're still going to take it. You know, wherever you go to work at. That right there, I think, will solve some, not everything, but it might solve a little bit of problems, because when you start digging into somebody's pocketbook is when you start getting their attention.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen if you do that to a cop? The cop is going to go, "Well, look at you. We just paid for your $20 ticket." You know, it's a game to them. It's a game. The DA's not going to do anything about it because the town is paying for their tickets.
Yeah.
Why not pay for their? It's dirty.
Yeah, very dirty. We're going to man, you got any last things, brother?
No, I gotta get going. Gotta put the little one to bed.
I don't rock. Have you ever had your soup? I don't know.
What do you want to know about New York? About upstate New York?
I have no idea. I have a buddy that lives in upstate New York, but we're going to have to call it. It is we've been hitting an hour and 15 minutes. We need to do this once a week, I think. Start digging into this stuff once a week. I know I said that before. We need to do this once. We need to do this once a week, and then other stuff comes up and everything. But hey, you got anything else? Any last words, brother? We're gonna kill it.
I'm done. I pretty much vented. Yeah, you gave me plenty of opportunity to vent my vent out here, let off a little steam. I appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Hey, thank ATL auditor for coming on and doing this with us. Thank J-Town Press. She had to leave a little bit early. She had to go to work and everything. But everybody, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. Again, donate if you want to. You don't have to. This is where the money goes. The money goes right back into what you see on your screen right here, pulling open records, gas, keeping us moving, keeping us going, and finding the corruption and exposing it, and just exposing and redressing our government. You got anything else, brother? We're going to call it. And
there was someone said something about Rochester, New York here at the very bottom. Oh, no. My mistake.
Oh.
I'm good. All right. Good night, brother.
All right. Good night. I see you, brother. Hey, see everybody. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for coming in. We'll see y'all again on the next stream and or the next video. We will holler, and y'all take it easy.